3 years after getting out of prison, Zoe Sanders finally found me in an underground fight club. The moment she saw me, she grabbed me by the collar and punched me across the face, her eyes burning red with fury. "Henry Goldman, who gave you the nerve to disappear like this? And what the hell have you done to yourself?" I wiped the blood from the corner of my mouth and laughed carelessly. "One punch, 100,000. If you're still angry, feel free to keep going. I could use the money for this year's rent." Her fists trembled uncontrollably, but her voice softened. "Come home with me. Apologize to Ronald Green. He's always been kind-hearted. He already forgave you for framing him." Her gaze swept over the scars covering my body, something unreadable flickering in her eyes. "Look at yourself. Covered in blood like this? What's the difference between you and a stray dog digging through garbage?" My body stiffened. Then I turned and walked away. What she did not know was this. In prison, blood and violence were the only ways I learned to survive. "Don't forget," she shouted after me. "I'm still your fiancé." My footsteps stopped. How could I forget? 3 years ago, on the night of our engagement, Ronald drugged me and sent me to a black market auction. I was stripped of all dignity and sold like merchandise. That night, I became the laughingstock of the entire city, and the person who signed the papers that sold me was my fiancée herself. Laughter erupted behind me, sharp and mocking. Zoe Sanders was furious and embarrassed, angry that I had humiliated her. She was the richest woman in Solaria, yet her fiancé was fighting in an underground ring for a prize worth barely $100,000, getting beaten bloody for it. I ignored her and turned back toward the backstage area. When I stepped into the octagon again, the arena lights focused on the iron cage. A savage roar echoed through the stadium. "Tonight, fighter number 67 versus the Lion. Place your bets." The curtain was yanked open. A blood-stained maw lunged into view, close enough to swallow me whole. I sucked in a sharp breath. My dear brother. Ronald Green leaned lazily against the railing, dressed in luxury brands with a smug smile. "I heard you were short on money, so I prepared a special gift. I put $1 million on you to win. Don't disappoint me." $1 million. I clenched my fists. The image of our old family home being sold off flashed through my mind, and I stepped forward. Just then, Zoe pushed the door open. Ronald naturally slipped an arm around her waist. "Zoe, my brother's pride means everything to him. If he wants that $1 million, let him win it himself. I heard he's beaten several opponents in a row. Looks like Scarlett Jones from the Fight Club has been taking very good care of him." The implication was filthy. Disgust flashed across Zoe's face. "As long as you kneel in front of everyone and apologize to Ronald right now, I'll still give you the $1 million. Otherwise, you'll have to take it straight from the lion's mouth." I calmly pulled on my gloves. Zoe's expression darkened instantly. The lion lunged. I rolled to avoid the attack and drove a kick straight into its throat, but the strength difference was overwhelming. That massive jaw came within inches of crushing my skull again and again. Zoe's face grew uglier with every passing second, yet I refused to surrender. After several rounds, my arms were shredded by claws, flesh torn and dripping. Bang! A tranquilizer gun was fired. The lion collapsed. Zoe tossed the gun aside and stormed toward me. She grabbed my bloodied arm and shouted, "Are you trying to get yourself killed?" Blood dripped onto the floor. I gritted my teeth. I didn't lose. "Don't forget the money." Her hand clamped around my throat in icy fury. "You're completely beyond saving. If you wanted money this badly, maybe I should have let them sell you for a good price back at that auction." My body jolted violently. My vision rolled back into darkness, while the secret I had overheard years ago echoed in my ears. Ms. Sanders, ruining his reputation tonight, finally helped Master Ronald vent his anger. He brought this on himself for slandering Ronald. The night of the auction was a nightmare I could never escape. Ronald staged the whole thing, using a few intimate photos to send himself trending online, while dumping all the blame on me.